Hey, let me tell you something. Shooters shoot. They pull from the hip and they let it fly. They don't think, they just do. No conscience, no memory, no regrets. And us? Well, we just so happen to be the most supreme, the gold standard, the most elite. You got Dr. Ego Trip, you got Willie Vanilli, and you got your boy Blanco Smart. We are the elite shooters.
Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from... All right, I'm recording, but before we start, y'all need to leave Aisha alone. All right, a little offhanded comment. She ain't mean nothing.
Look, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Leave that
If
girl
this was
alone.
yesterday, we could talk about Aisha, but she ain't
Yeah,
got no time in the show today.
I can't start the wrong fuck about that bitch, but look.
Yeah, look, she ain't got no time in the show today, bro.
She ain't no B word because she want a little attention. Anyway,
Okay.
Hey, look, bro. She at the top. Hey, bro. Matter of fact, let's cover these games coming up because this game tonight finna have a good discussion. A good discussion. A real good one. We gotta talk about it because we gotta pull his file.
Before we
gotta pull that nigga file.
Before we get in on that, Nate, what's the podcast?
You know, it's already elite shooters we shoot, and I ain't got that shit in front of me that I said last time.
No,
but
you cool. I got the intro going. I'm just making sure we up top. All right.
Okay.
This Ian, who we with?
Oh yeah. I forgot. Dr. Ego Trip, Ian. We got Will is Willie Vanilli, and your boy it's the A Mike Nate.
Hey, call me Big Hot today, cause I got a lot to say. I got a whole lot on my chest to say today.
Congrats to the Bucks. You know,
Ian, shut your ass up.
Biggest comeback of 2019. Let's go.
Boy, shut up.
Let's go.
All right, let's start it off.
The Bucks taking it.
Okay, look. Toronto winning Sunday, and I'm gonna say that.
Stop.
You stop, bitch.
Oh yeah, Ian. I think a part of me is like Philly's gonna win, but then I think about how they got bruised by 40 last game.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a little scared. I'm sad that the series went as long as it did. It shouldn't have. Toronto could have won this series a long time ago. I think they get like complacent and they just be like, "Hey, whatever, bro."
I mean, what is showing that we all knew is that Kawhi ain't no franchise player.
Whoa!
I'm not even talking to you about that.
Wow.
He got the best playoffs. Literally, he the best player in the playoffs. He's the best player in the world. But we're gonna talk about that right now. But
has he ever took a team to the playoffs?
What? Hold on. We finna cut the podcast
off.
This nigga won a Finals MVP.
Hey, Willie.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Hey, Willie. I don't even want to do this. Hey, Willie. I don't even want to do this no more, bro.
I don't want to do it no more, bro. Hey, man. Hey, cut it off, bro.
Ian, I need you to be quiet, bro. You gonna make me not want to do this, bro.
I swear to God. Hey, bro. Hey.
That's my question. Has he taken a team to the finals? That's my
Ian,
why are you asking that dumb shit?
Right.
Nigga, he a Finals MVP.
Okay, I was trying to make sure that he.
Okay, see, I told you.
What?
I couldn't remember if he was playing with the Spurs.
No. Because I told you this shit. I told you to stop talking about basketball. You keep doing it. Now I told you once. Now you need to shut up. You need to stop.
You talk about.
I can't.
No, right? Right? I know.
Hey, like I was saying, I think Toronto should have handled this, but it's good they got home court advantage. I think Kawhi gonna bust off a 40 Sunday. I think he need to. And he been doing that all playoffs. At the last two games, he been like 29 and 21. He gonna bust off a 40. I think all the role players gonna get involved. I think they're gonna blow Philly up. I think because Philly too inconsistent. It's like when they at home and Joel feel right. And also, what the fuck wrong with him?
That nigga got problems, but
bro, he 25 and got 13 injuries, bro. He ain't gonna make it. He not gonna make it long term, bro.
He got a lot of. I think a lot of that too was excuse. You know. I mean, you can't. I ain't never seen a nigga have 10 viruses all at once. But then when he in Philly, we airplaning through the building.
He's smiling and shit. Like,
yes, no. I think Ronto. I really this is gonna be a defining moment for the old Toronto cast because now you have a nigga who is producing in every game. He ain't letting you down yet. If anything, when you want to fuck up and lose by 100, he trying to keep it from not happening. They have no excuses.
When Kawhi loses next week, how y'all gonna feel?
First of all, the game's Sunday.
That's next week.
Yep.
Right. Second of
Is that not
all,
next week? What are you talking about?
when he win and go against the Bucks, I'm taking Toronto in 7.
Better matchup, much better matchup against the Bucks.
It's a much better matchup for them. You know what?
All I'm saying is I don't think they're gonna do it.
Philly. You don't think they're gonna beat the Bucks, or are they gonna beat the Philly?
I don't think they're gonna beat Philly. I think
Philly was so hard. Philly was a hard matchup for them, and they didn't match up well. And to even get it to 7 is kind of crazy. But it only shows that Philly is like fraudulent. Because Philly could also win this series, but it's a bad match for Toronto. Milwaukee, a much better matchup for Toronto.
Yeah, much better. No 6'11" point guards on Milwaukee. No 6'11" point guards on Milwaukee.
And Ben Simmons so trash. He had that one good game left. I don't even think he ain't gonna do that again tomorrow. Sunday. He not.
And I don't think Toronto's gonna brick every single shot they take tomorrow.
Oh, their role players been trash. Oh, their role players suck.
I don't know. This been kind of. Never mind. Go ahead. What were you saying, Nate?
Yeah, I need you to stop. But like I was saying, it's been Kawhi or bust, and it's like even Siakam, he'll get 25, but it don't feel like it. It's like
it don't.
His points don't matter.
They soft points.
I think you need Danny Green to hit like 4 threes. You need Pau Gasol. Marc Gasol will be scared to shoot sometimes.
You need to come out in the first half and bust their ass
and put it away quick.
Put it away quick, cause you know Philly. If that shit goes south quick, them niggas will go south with it.
Oh yeah. Oh, if it goes south quick, they're gonna give up. But if you let them hang around, Jimmy Butler gonna go off.
Yep.
I don't know where he came. Like he been balling. I'm like, all right, Jimmy.
But I know this. I know Jimmy. If that ship starts sinking, he is not the type of nigga to put the patches back together and bring them niggas back around.
Oh no. He gotta be.
Say, cool. Oh, y'all niggas want to go? We can go on out then.
Hey, we can go and go. It all depends on Joel. If he come out the first few minutes and assert himself, it'll be a game. If he come out and be passive, it's over.
It's over. You're right.
And then you want to go and move on to Denver and Portland?
And also too, if Toronto make they wide open threes, which they're gonna have a whole bunch of them, it's over with no matter what happens. No matter if Joel Embiid come out there and drop 30. If Toronto making threes and Kawhi doing what he's doing, it's just too much.
Bro, if Toronto made their threes, this won't be a game 7. If they made their wide open, I think on wide open threes, I think they're like 8 of 30 something. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make the shots that's open. Like, it's free money right there. And then you make it easy on Kawhi because the only reason he been less than these last 2 games because they put like 3 people on that, like, and they'll double. And then they'll put a third defender on the hit, so he'll be like right there. And it's like, bro, I can't even do nothing. You kick it out. Danny Green missing, Siakam missing, Kyle Lowry missing. Like, bro, I can't even do nothing with y'all. And that's why I think even if they win this series, I don't know if he's coming back. Because he's like, y'all ain't showing me shit in this series I needed to come back to. Even Danny Green, I love you, but shit.
The only way he come back is if they win the chip.
After they got to make it to the finals and be competitive.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think if they win the ECFs, I don't think that's enough, really.
All right, let me ask y'all a question before we move on.
What?
Granted that Kawhi has won a ring and James Harden is not, but if they do lose this series, do you feel like Kawhi's heading into that James Harden category?
Hell.
I don't know.
Hell no. Question. Now, this is a question. I'm just bringing this up for this point. He won when he was a part of a winning system, and he had a lot of great players around him. I'm not saying he doesn't now. What I'm saying is the system he's working with now isn't as tight and cohesive as he had with the Spurs. I mean, the Spurs was a great team without Kawhi. They were just a championship team with him. So what I'm saying is same with James Harden. I think you give James Harden a better team, they're going to do better. You know what I mean?
James
I'm not saying.
Let's not get in there. It's a lot of holes in that end. We're not going to go there.
No.
James Harden spent 6 years in Houston. Kawhi been there for not even a
1 year.
I'm not saying. All right, go ahead.
James Harden had Dwight Howard, damn Chandler Parsons, a whole bunch of other niggas still couldn't get it done. Can't get it done now. Can't get it done when the best nigga on the world hurt. All right, look. All right, Portland. I'm sorry. I'm going off.
No. I can't let him go out like that. If Kawhi had a CP3 on his team, this series would have been done in 4. But he got a Siakam. Well, if CP3 played like he did today, because he been trashed the rest of the series. But look, he got a Siakam, who is a rising star. Gotcha. But his light dimmed a little bit in these playoffs, especially this round.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows a lot of his, like, he ain't got a lot of his game pattern yet. Like, if he ain't in the open court, he's not a very good half-court offensive player. Like, he can get his shot, but he ain't that really good at 3 yet. and he kind of predictable. So you got to get him out in half court. If he has somebody like CP3,
all right. So who you just mentioned? Do you think with time that game gonna get better? Because like you say, he's only
yes.
Okay,
yes.
so do you think Kawhi would stick around to see that potential?
No,
because he could go somewhere. He can go to a couple teams, and they'll instantly be championship.
Yes, very true. Yes,
yeah, put in.
I feel you.
He go to the Clippers today and take KD. He ain't got to wait for nobody to get ready. And they going to championship
because they're the favorites. They big favorites.
Yes, big favorites.
You said if
so
Kawhi
that's the
take,
difference.
You said if Kawhi take KD to the Clippers, correct?
Yes.
Well,
nigga, if Kawhi take KD anywhere, nigga, if KD decides to go to Toronto, they will drag that. They will drag that. Sorry, but nigga, if KD and then went to Orlando, they would drag that team to the finals and win.
Yes.
At that point, he is not the sole leader of a team.
He don't give a fuck about that.
I'm not saying that that's the barometer he judges about anybody else. I'm just saying that doesn't say much about.
Once you win a finals and a finals MVP, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Bro, he don't really give a fuck about none of that talk.
No. I feel you. Because to me, I was shocked watching Golden State play and how different of a team they are without KD. It's crazy. And my thing is, if you put Kawhi in the situation, will he be capable without KD if he, gets used to playing with that kind of player?
He's doing it right now.
Yeah, he's doing it right now.
He's literally in. Before the last two games, he was averaging 36 on 63% shooting, 50% from the field. The last two games, they didn't put 3 people on him, so his numbers fell a little bit. So now he averaging, he fell a little bit. 31 on like 57% shooting and 45 from the 3. Oh yeah, his numbers fell. He literally by himself, and they had a game 7 literally because of him.
Yeah, that nigga shooting like 90% from the free throw line. He doing everything.
Bro, yeah, I know.
What's Ben Simmons averaging? Fucking 10 points a game?
Yeah, he literally stopped Ben Simmons until the last game when they kind of like switched off of him. Ben Simmons had 1 points. He not finna do it again in Toronto. I'm telling you, like, if whoever Kawhi on, they don't do good, but he can't guard everybody at one time. So all they do is move him around the court, and then that person go down, and then he go to the next person, that person go down. But he can't guard everybody. He literally alone on most of these plays. And it wasn't like that during the regular season, and their bench has depleted. Like, OG Anunoby out with the appendectomy, he could have been great in this series because they needed another big defender. Fred VanVleet is on the milk carton because he disappeared. Bro, he's gone. Not there.
He gone.
He's not there, Ian. Like, he was like a runner-up for like 6 man of the year. He's gone now.
And Serge is on that milk carton too until they made that lineup change.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Serge won't play good. Marc Gasol scared to shoot. He was at a 3-point line for like 5 seconds, Ian. He just didn't shoot. I was like, bro.
And Kyle Lowry.
I saw that too. I saw that.
And Kyle Lowry just, you don't know what he's going to do from game to game. And Danny Green, he act like he don't know how to defend no more. He's supposed to be a great defender. He can't hit threes no more. And like I said, Siakam was hurt for one game, so he played terribly. Then he'll come back and play good, but it'll be like on 9 or 25 shooting, so it ain't good. It's points, but it ain't good points. So Kawhi literally be alone. And then Nick Nurse, I think I've overrated him as a coach. He don't really make adjustments like he should. Like
he don't.
Like I know they have Marc Gasol on Tobias Harris a couple times. If I'm Nick Nurse, I'm telling Marc Gasol get in the paint and go to work. He ain't even taking advantage of that mismatch.
Nick Nurse let me down. First of all, fuck it. That better be a damn 7, 8 man 8 at the most. No, it needs to be a 7-man rotation tomorrow. Fuck
bro, it gotta be. It gotta be because it's like, and then if you see a mismatch, like I don't know why they ain't going to JJ Redick more than they should. If you watch the Brooklyn Nets series, they went at JJ Redick. Whoever he was on, they was running the offense through them because JJ Redick can't guard nobody. So it's like if he on Danny Green, I want Danny Green going to the rim. I know he ain't gonna do much, but you just make JJ Redick work, and then he ain't running off them picks no more and getting them open threes. Because it's like I think JJ Redick be on Kyle Lowry most of the time. Kyle Lowry should have about 19 points a game in this series, but he got like, I think 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But you already know what that is. But nah, you ain't finna do Kawhi like that, bro. I ain't finna let that happen. I
was just posing the question. I appreciate the convo. But y'all want to move on to the next?
Yeah. Portland.
Yeah, I'll fire on you.
This series hurts me, though.
It's good content.
Because I honestly think, man, I think this. If there is any team in the NBA that I really want to see win, it's the Portland Trail Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
You do want to win a lot.
And it's going to be tough in Denver. But I do think this. Denver has never been. I ain't say they've never been in the Game 7 because they obviously played a Game 7 against the Spurs, but it has not been to this magnitude where it can mean so much. I'm gonna say this: the X factor in this game, surprise, is gonna be Rodney Hood because he's been quietly acting a fool against these.
Bro, if he played like this for the Cavs, y'all might have got a game last year.
They might, yeah. This nigga coming out there and he taking Jamal Murray to the woodshed.
And he literally snapping off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had like 20 something. He had like 21 last game or something.
He had 25 last game.
Was he going during the regular season or no?
Hell no.
Hell no. That nigga walking that walk. I ain't gonna lie.
He walking up and Enes Kanter, bro. He playing through. Bro, I got so much respect for Enes Kanter. Like, he ain't even supposed to be out there. And it was like he dunked the ball and he went down to his knees. And that's how hurt he is.
He out there.
And he out there going. He getting everything he got. You know,
honestly, the whole team is picking each other up because Zach Collins came out there. Where did he come from? That
young buck
yesterday.
Yeah, young buck. He trying too. Like, because, you know, Alfred Camino and Mo Harkless just disappeared too. So
yeah.
And then Dame, you already know what he doing. He went off yesterday, but he was kind of quiet during the series a little bit.
Yeah.
But it only took one game, and now I don't know. I got Denver taking it only because they at home. Like, if this was in Portland, I'd pick Portland, but it's Denver because I think they at home. I think Jamal Murray and Jokic gonna go off. The person to watch is Paul Millsap. He been quietly cooking this whole team.
Mm-hmm. He has.
He been quietly going to work, and they really ain't got nothing to stop him. If he go off, and then Nikola get his triple-double, and Jamal Murray give you 25, 26, and then, you know, you might get a couple threes from Will Barton. Actually, I think he the X factor. If he hits some threes, I think they'll win that game.
I will say this, though. I think, and I don't care what Stephen Adams said, I think Portland is a tougher matchup for Golden State than Denver is. Purely because of the fact that Steph Curry does not tend to play well when he's faced up against our elite point guard.
That's true.
And Dame will be an elite point guard. And I think the matchups make a little bit more sense because Golden State isn't as big as they used to be in the past. And I think Portland's bench for the first time is better than Golden State's bench.
Yeah. Because Golden State really ain't got no bench at all.
And really, it's all going to be predicated, too, because this is going to be happening fast on how fast KD get back. Now, if KD ain't back, then it's a coin toss.
Yes, because that Game 7 is Sunday, and I think I know the Eastern Conference Finals start Wednesday, and I believe that the Western Conference probably start Thursday.
Thursday or Tuesday.
He got 4 or 5. He got about 5 days to get, and that's a strain.
And it ain't going to be healthy. It ain't going to be healthy.
He not going to be.
The rest of this playoffs.
Yeah, no. He going to need real time to get healthy.
Right.
And you let Portland take game 1?
Exactly. Because in a season, you can get hurt and miss 20 games. It can get fully healthy. He ain't got that type of time.
He ain't got that time. You got to get back.
Right. He's not even going to have a week turnaround before the next game. So it's going to be.
And you know what everybody do? Everybody like, well, they got past the hard part. Now they got, all right, you can look past Portland and Denver if you want to. And then after that, they probably gonna face, if I'm being realistic,
Milwaukee.
But they're probably gonna face Milwaukee,
and that's gonna be their toughest test yet. That's gonna be a struggle.
Lose. Yes,
with a healthy KD, that was gonna be tough.
Cause Brogdon came back a little like he ain't missed no time.
Yeah,
he said, "I know I've been out for a couple months."
And them boys big, and them boys long,
and them boys hit threes,
and them boys can shoot, and they can shoot from all 5 positions.
And Giannis gonna do what he wanna do.
Because Brook Lopez firing that thing up from 25 feet.
So everybody sleeping like Portland and Denver ain't no joke. And I agree with you, Willie. I think Portland is harder for Golden State than Denver. I think with Denver, if you all you gotta do is let Jokic go off and then stop everybody else and you straight. And I don't think they got the defense to stop Steph, KD, and Clay.
Yeah.
I don't know if Portland do either, but Portland can match it, and that's the problem.
The thing. Yeah, they can match it.
Especially if KD ain't there, then it's like you ain't just gonna match it. You might do a little bit more to win. So it's like,
and Kanter, if Kanter gets time to get his shoulder to get right, even a hurt Kanter, offensively, he is going to be an advantage over Draymond or Looney because he's just he's one of the few big men in the league who has very good footwork and he knows how to get to his spots.
Offensively, he get busy.
Yeah, offensively, you ain't gonna find too many centers in the league as good as Cannon. Offensively.
Yeah, and well, they did put Bogut in tonight, so.
But Bogut was in for a hot second. He was there today and gone tomorrow.
He was up for the tip, and they said, "All right."
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Denver in it, but I ain't confident in it at all. Because if they ain't go off and he capable of going off of 40, then it can, hey, and then CJ give you 25 too. So it's like, hey,
shit, he can. Way he was looking, sometimes he can give you 30.
Oh yeah, he snapped the game.
But the key is this: if Denver sit there and think they're gonna win this game and let Rodney Hood come off the bench and drop 20, or let Seth Curry come off the bench and drop 5 threes,
no,
too much.
No.
You already got shooters in the starting 5. You can't have niggas come off the bench shooting you off the gym too.
Because Portland bench been dominating Denver bench. You got to at least match benches, and then your starters got to be better than they started.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to win. If Rodney Hood go for 20,
so
you can going to go home, Denver. You had a great season. You overachieved, but you ain't going no far.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Before we move on, how y'all feel about the Bucks?
Good team. Solid.
Hey, talk about the real thing.
Solid. Oh, this finna be a talk. We 26 minutes in. This discussion we finna have coming up gonna be a good hour.
How'd y'all feel about the discourse around the Bucks? Celtics win game 1 and everybody talking crazy. And then we see what.
Well, that was one person.
It was one person talking crazy. It was one dumbass nigga who talk crazy every series. Paul Truth Pierce. I don't know. You know what's crazy? I ain't never seen somebody who lead a sport and they stock fall in their sport. When we're just talking about it, he ain't as good as a basketball player as he was because of his talk.
No, Colin Cowherd said some stuff too. I saw some on him as well.
Colin Cowherd, garbage.
Paul Pierce was the only one.
Yeah,
that was a few.
Colin Cowherd, weak subject was why Kawhi good, but he ain't really that good. So
my God, bro, I didn't understand for the life of me but it was just to be different. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm mad at this because he's just doing it to be different.
He's doing to be. He doesn't make the team better. I mean, he's just and everybody looking at him like, all right, we on here because we getting a check, but we ain't gonna say that either.
But about the Bucks, I think they're like Denver and that nobody thought that they could do it, and kind of rightfully so because it was like you saw them last year losing 7 in the first round, so it was like, am I supposed to think that y'all supposed to make a big jump? I think a lot of people thought this team was like the Atlanta Hawks team that won 60 games. And they more like the Golden State team that first year that won 67. And everybody was like, well, we got to see if they're going to do it. And then they go all the way to the championship. I think it's closer to that team than it is that Hawks. Because the Hawks team was fraudulent. And LeBron and swept them.
I will just say this. They made moves to get better, though, Ian. They got Mirotic. Yeah. They got Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
They got a team. And they Chris Middleton became an all-star. And they changed their philosophy and they said, look, it's okay to shoot threes. Let's shoot them. And we can make them.
Keep shooting them. And they got a better coach. He was the coach in Atlanta that got them to 60 wins.
They got Giannis and a team full of shooters.
And Giannis got better. He became an MVP candidate. So it's like everything got better for them, and they kind of got it at the right time because you ain't got to worry about Bron. He dipped, and then all the other teams had some type of flaw. I think Milwaukee might be the last team that really ain't got one flaw, because even with Golden State, it's their bench. But it's some nights Eric Bledsoe can come off the bench, and he damn near an all-star guard his damn self if you run Brogdon at the 1, and then Chris Middleton at the 3, and then I think like Mirotic and Giannis and Brook. You can just bring Eric Bledsoe off the bench, and that's a starting guard right there. So it's like, and they go deep. I think they the most well-rounded team left.
Right, next. Okay, I was just asking, would you attribute most of their success to the fact that they're in the East, and the East is not as good as, say, the West is?
I'll say this, Ian. This year, that hadn't really been the case this year. It's been pretty fair. The top 4 in the East have been pretty on par with the West.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. The East is top heavy. It was 4 teams that could all either get to the finals or win it if they got the right, if everything lined up right. All 4 of them could win it. And then, like, The rest was just like they weren't gonna win it. And then in the West, it was like every team was really good, and the bottom was even really good, but every single team had some type of like really gaping flaw, especially the ones at the bottom.
Yeah, but this is also the first year without LeBron in the East. You think that
Yeah,
makes a difference for the Bucks at least?
and it makes it easier. It makes it easier for everybody because he's good. Like, and I don't even like giving him credit, but he's good. So it's like moving him out, it's gonna help. But it's
I said a nigga been running that conference for 8 years. It's like woo, it's finally the big tyrant gone.
You're right. But at the same time, it's like I don't know if he would have beat some of these teams as they currently constructed because last year Philly didn't have Jimmy and Tobias, and last year Toronto didn't have Kawhi, and last year Giannis didn't have all these shooters around him, and last year Boston didn't have Kyrie. Well, they might have been better without him, but we ain't gonna talk about
that. But I would have hoped that if he saw all that happening, that he would have probably got the Cavs to go get somebody.
Yes, yeah. I don't think he would have had the same team.
And he wouldn't have sat back there and let them niggas just stockpile on his ass.
Right. It just would have been, and it would have been different, and it would have been harder for him.
Yeah.
I had a question. Oh, did y'all see the Celtics going out like that?
No,
I didn't honestly.
I will say
after
this.
the first one, I thought at least they would be taking 2. It was just full sweep after that.
I'll tell you what that problem was. 1, dissension. 2, Kyrie wasn't that great. 3, Jason Tatum damn sure wasn't that great. 4, Gordon Hayward finessed the Celtics. 5, Brad Stevens just looked like he coached at Butler. What he looked like. For the first time in his career, he looked like he coached at Butler.
I'll say this. Everybody was like, this team got to switch, and they're going to turn it on in the playoffs based on what they did last year. When you add 2 players like Gordon and Kyrie, who both, Kyrie more than Gordon need the ball in their hands, it's not going to be the same team. And nobody really thought that. And so when the Celtics were losing all season or like underachieving, people was like, oh, you got to wait to the playoffs. Hey, this is a team who's going to play better in the playoffs. And then people got their satisfaction or like thought that it was correct when they beat the Indiana team without their best player in 4 games.
Tyreek Evans their best player.
Tyreek Evans, it's like, bro, you were supposed to sweep them, and then all games was close, so you were still fraudulent. And they won that first game, and they shot really well, and it was what they could be if Kyrie was a different player, but he ain't, and it ain't a bad thing. It just ain't who he is.
It's what it is. Yes, it's who he is.
And Boston and Milwaukee ran off 4 straight games of dominance against them. And everybody like, how did this happen? It's like, you saw this in the regular season. This team wasn't going to win the championship. 1, because Brad Stevens, he needs an offensive move and motion and pace. Kyrie holds the ball. He's much more like Kyrie than he is a Steph, where he can run off the ball. He can do that, but he ain't.
Oh, sorry. But let me ask you this. Do you think it's a branding thing? Do you think it's because they don't have a player like who's as much of a name as, say, a Kyrie, and because it's the Bucks and not, say, the Pistons or, even like, even the Clippers, that people just don't give them the credit they deserve? You think?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about?
The name, the Bucks, plus the fact that they don't have like.
Oh, that shit don't matter no more.
I know.
That shit don't matter.
I know. I understand what you mean. The name, the Bucks, and plus the fact they don't have like a superstar celebrity player like other teams do. The fact that people don't give them that credit.
What I do is Giannis, and people think Giannis could be the face of the league next year or 2 years.
Yeah. I think you don't realize the league didn't shift, man. People don't have to go play for the Lakers and play for the Celtics to be good.
Oh, no. I agree that that's the case. I mean, you see that. I mean, I've seen that plenty. But what I'm saying is, do you think that has in any way impacted the way the media talks about the team?
No.
I mean, the media got their favorites. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The media picking Philly to talk about them. The media got their picks, but what the media don't pick is who's just a better team. The Bucks just a better team.
Yes.
And that's just how it is. They're a better team,
Yeah.
But Philly has a history of being a better team. I mean, the Bucks have been not great for a while.
And it's also this. It's like Milwaukee didn't do nothing for like 20,000 years, right? And so like
that's my point.
People
But
I'm to tell you, people are less willing to gravitate towards teams that have done nothing, especially in the first year that they do.
Exactly.
So they won 60 games this year, and they like it ain't because of where Milwaukee is or nothing like that. And they got a bona fide superstar who probably gonna be the face of the league soon. It's like everybody gets caught up on what they did last year. And they were like, well, I can't trust them. The same reason they said about Denver, who probably gonna make it to to the Western Conference Final if they win Sunday. But people still don't believe in it. It's like, because I haven't seen it. People just like what they're saying. It's the reason why people pick Golden State, even though Houston kind of had a better team, because it's just like, I've seen them and I know what Houston do in the playoffs, and rightfully so. So people will be less inclined to pick a Milwaukee because they're like, I just don't think they can do it, as opposed to Boston, who they just saw go to the ECS last year and force LeBron to a game 7 and when it came down to the wire. So people are like, oh, they just gonna run it back since he gone. When it's like, well, no, things change. And then even with Philly, all the media love Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So they're going to pick them over Toronto, who people think is still the old Toronto who just added a superstar in Kawhi. People still think that Toronto just a game away from choking and still being no baby dinosaurs that everybody calls them.
But is Ben Simmons that great of a player during the regular season?
No.
I don't think so. So what's the...
But people like him because they remind him of Magic and LeBron because he passes.
The perception. Yeah. I mean...
And he's a 16 point guard. And it's like, people fall in love with potential. They don't fall in love with what you're doing right now. Right now, he kind of, I ain't gonna say he trash, but he can't shoot. And you got to shoot in today's league to be a point guard. You got to be able to shoot. So it's like, people really just love what he can be, and so like they'll go with that even over a team like Toronto, who's clearly better. But because they're like, I don't know about Toronto because the last year, like, well, this ain't the same team. They got a different coach, a different star player, and it's different. And Philly's a different team, and they got Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and Boban, and all these players, and it's just like, and they also like Joel. And a lot of these people want to see the team that they like better go farther. So people think that Toronto is boring because Kawhi don't talk, and they in Toronto, and they in Canada, and for some reason Canada perceives it soft. And then like you look at Philly, and it's Joel Embiid, and he's like talks at the press conference, and
Meek Mill and
Meek Mill
and niggas tough because they working some steel ass looking city shit.
Yeah.
And Joel,
Brotherly Love and Rocky and all that
American
bullshit.
And Joel like to talk at the press conference, and he like do the airplane. He's entertaining. So all the media want to see him go farther, and especially Joel and Giannis had a little like flare up in the regular season over a game or two, and people want to see that on the playoffs. So that's all that is. It's just what people want to see. People don't really care about who the better team. People just want to see who they like.
I mean,
and I'll tell you this: and the media don't like the Rockets because they think that they flop and all that stuff. So they love that Golden State just beat them, and now everybody finna write the narrative about James Harden, and it ain't wrong, but it's what people were hoping for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So can we get to the big kahuna in the room now?
Right.
Yeah, we can.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who want to go first, bro?
Ian, you go first.
Yeah, Ian, go first.
I enjoyed the game. Close game. That's what it felt like a playoff game should be. To me, at least. But I don't watch basketball, so y'all can tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
That's pretty much my take on it.
I'll tell you what words come to my head.
Yeah.
Choke. Big choke. You come to any team in the NBA, the highest rated team, the lowest rated team, and you tell them, look, I'm giving you're going into game 6, you're playing against the Warriors. They have no Kevin Durant. Do you take those odds? Every team says, yes, sir, sign me up. Thank you. That's what I want.
I wouldn't say that, but I'd say I would definitely take him over a Kevin Durant healthy team. But I wouldn't say I would just take the Warriors if I had a choice. You know what I mean? He
was averaging 38.
I'm telling you right now, bro, if you every other team in this playoffs, Milwaukee, Toronto, Philly, Portland, Denver, they all taking that. And for the most part, I'm betting they all win it, except for one. And who's that one, Nate?
Houston Rockets.
They blew it. Ian. Their big complaint last year was all about how, we would have won if Chris Paul didn't get hurt. Well, whoop-de-doo. Kevin Durant gets hurt. A nigga that was giving you 35 a night in your mouth.
He would give you 35 on 50, 40, 90.
In your mouth, and he gone. Matter of fact, it ain't like he gone. The nigga didn't even show up to the game.
He wasn't gonna be it up for Game 7.
He was nowhere in sight.
And you still lost.
Still lost.
But whose fault is that though? I mean, them boys scored now.
Oh, it's a
they weren't slacking.
Oh, it's a slew.
It's enough to go around. It's enough. Oh, this man yesterday.
Anyway, what are you saying?
It's a slew.
Okay.
It's a blame pie, and everybody getting a slice.
You want me to go? Because here's my thing: who could have foreseen Steph doing? I mean, like, of course, Steph has done this.
What you mean,
bro?
Steph has done this in the past, but that man had 0 points in the first half. Are you serious? Like, and that's me. Like, we got this.
And that's why you supposed to win that game.
I mean, I feel you on that, but I'm just saying, you know.
You realize, Ian, nobody did anything different except the damn Rockets.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Warriors played the exact same, minus you didn't have KD putting 30 on your head.
Yeah, okay.
Clay had 27. Steph had 33.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Steph's first game scoring 30.
When you got
27 last game. Ain't that different?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it like this. When you got Jonas Jerebko in the game late, you supposed to win that game if you the Rockets. The nigga missed. Hey, the nigga was on the ground twice. He big as fuck and people he big as fuck. CP3 knocking him over. You supposed to win that damn game.
Do you realize, Ian, that Jordan Bell played in that game? And to that point, he had only played in 3. He had missed the first 3 games of the 5-game series.
You gotta
the
wait.
Warriors played everybody.
The Warriors played Alonzo McKinney or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw.
They played Quinn Cook.
I saw a lot of unrecognizables in that game.
Yeah, Quinn Cook was out there. He J. Cole.
Damn. But
and they blew it.
That nigga do look like J. Cole. But they Ian. I'll say it like this. It's some teams, and I told Willie this before you got on. It's some teams that, like, every year they face a person and they just can't beat them. Like when Utah faced the Bulls and they faced them twice, 2 years in a row, they just couldn't beat them. They're like, you're just not gonna beat that team. When what's another good team? It was the Pistons early on against Jordan and them. Like every year, you just couldn't beat them. And it's just like it's like LeBron with Toronto. Every year you like, even when they won, like when they had the number 1 seed in the East, and like everybody like Toronto, I think it's their time. LeBron going in and sweep them. It's like you're just not gonna beat him, and it's like you just can't. Houston, that team with Golden State, it don't matter what they do. They were without the best player in the world today, maybe. To most, right? I'm in the minority thinking Kawhi, but to most, he's the best player in the world right now. He was averaging 36 on 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. He was the best defensive player on the team. And I'm going to tell you this, it ain't kind of close right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he was out. They should have won that game. Take into account, Steph went he didn't go 0 for something. He just went 0 in the first half. He had not a point.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's crazy.
I ain't even watched the first half, but I was getting updates. I got back.
I was like, it was on mute in the background, and then I saw the stats. I'm like, what? No points? Oh my god.
Clay had 27. He like missed the game 6. Remember that game 6 against Oklahoma City a while? He had 11 threes. He just go off in game 6. He had 27. He kept him in it. When I saw that it was 57 on at the half, and you got Andre Iguodala hitting threes, I said, oh yeah, Houston ain't finna win. This is the game. It's like Philly in game 6 at home. You were supposed to drag Toronto because you at home in this game 6 and they finna put you out. You gotta show them that you ain't going down without a fight. Houston was out there like I ain't watched the first half, but Willie told me like Houston was out there pretending like KD was walking the door like they ain't know what to do.
Exactly. That's exactly what like them niggas did not know what. It was like they thought the lights gonna come out and Jerry Laws gonna come out there and say, "Watch out, KD is coming out."
It's KD.
Like that nigga was not even in that state, and they was shook.
Ian, you can't be scared at home in the games. What are you scared of? It's your crowd. It ain't for you.
They throwing the ball out of bounds. Eric Gordon got 7 points for the whole game. Like niggas was just doing dumb shit. Harden
Eric
had
Gordon
35 or whatever he had. But in the end of the day, whenever they needed him to make a shot to do something, that nigga fucked up.
And Ian, you was about to say something. You was about to say, I know they couldn't game plan for Steph. If you know Steph got 0 at the half and you tied, you should be scared he's finna come out and go off. Because he know he's finna come out and go off.
I know he has a precedent for doing stuff like that. I understand. Yeah, no doubt. Never 0.5, but yeah, for sure going off in the fourth.
He only did that once before in his career in the playoffs. And it's like,
you can't let Kevin Looney score 14 points.
You can't let Kevin Looney go off for 14. Like, everybody, look.
Bro, it was crazy, man.
Clay and Steph can go off because they going to do that. Especially
anyway, they did nothing different. The difference is you had a nigga that was averaging 2 points for the playoffs come in there and score 14. You had a nigga that hadn't played over 5 minutes in the whole series come in there and score 11.
But Willie, I can't. So when I watched that game, I was like, who can I blame here? Because I was watching Golden State play. They were playing
everybody.
They were playing bad offense.
Blame everybody.
They were not playing well. Bad passes, bad
the
shots.
Rockets came out there and they didn't do anything. Look, when you playing in a game, son, they said first half, motherfucker, you supposed to go out there and get a 20-point lead or some shit. You know, you at home back against. They didn't do that. They let the Warriors get a big. They let the Warriors get a lead, and then they had to claw back just to tie that shit up before halftime. Like nigga, that is not how you do it. Because you know in the second half, the away team gonna get their feet.
And it's like this. When you tied at 57.5 in a game 6 in your house, you might as well be down 10.
Exactly.
Because the other team got confidence. And you were never supposed to let them go to the locker room thinking they could win that game. Because now you lost momentum. You know how people be like, you know how everybody was like, Austin took the momentum from Milwaukee in game 1. Momentum can change in a game, too. And it changed right just like that.
That nigga Steph didn't make a 3 until the fourth quarter, I think. My God, you gotta win. You gotta win that game, Ian. You gotta win it.
I feel you on that. Yeah, because Golden State was playing pretty bad, like pretty bad in that first half. But
they had 15 turnovers.
Yeah, they did. They were playing
15.
I was watching. I was like, wow. I ain't never seen them be this bad. But
and when you like who to blame, it's an indictment on everybody. Even CP3, who went off and had a great game, it's an indictment on him. Because at the end of the day, it's your game. It's game 6. You can go back home. And KD not there. No matter what you did, you didn't do enough. And I know
let's pinpoint the issue. Where was the fault then? Where was the fault? Was it defense? Was it defensive play? Was that the main fault? Because
offensively, James Harden and CP3. The main fault is you got 2 superstar niggas who have shown time and time again they can't get it done. Yeah. And this time, the universe said, look, bro, we're going to do all we can do to get y'all this dub. Like, Barnes, I'm at the point now, Nate, I believe if Steph Curry wouldn't have played the second half, the Warriors still would have somehow found a way to win. That's just how fucking ass the Rockets are.
And it's like this. It's like you say, okay, let's pinpoint problems. It's nothing that they could have done to stop Steph. And Clay, especially, I think Clay hit a big 3 close to the end of the game. Yeah. It was a hand in his face. You ain't going to do that. It's what you do on the other side to at least make it a game. And it's like, it just got away from him. And then, like, James Harden coming down and doing an offensive foul. You don't have to do that. It's like, PJ Tucker, he missed a wide open 3. You've been hitting them all game. It's in your spot in the corner. You got to hit it in. No. I'm telling you.
They were hitting in the last few minutes.
It's too late, nigga. It's
too late. They hit when they were down 7. And it's second up. It's too late.
Shit.
It's too late. It's too late, bro. You're supposed to do it when it's 3 minutes left and they up 1. Because that's when the game decided. It don't matter in garbage time. You ain't winning that game no way. Even when they got it down to 2. I was like, it ain't finna win this game. On the way, I'm still in the arena. Y'all might well go home. It's over. It don't matter that they got it close.
Might have went to the OT.
I was telling this. This is my comparison I made. I was telling Anthony Arkin. I said, look, this right here, brother. If they win this game, Houston will win the series. But if they lose this game,
I mean,
it will be one of the epic choke jobs ever.
And you know why it's a choke job? Because all the stats gonna say that everybody did what they're supposed to do. PJ Tucker had a good night.
Everybody had a good night.
Everybody had a good night, but you know what the difference is? Nobody had a good night when it was time to win the game. And you know who did have a good night when it was time to win the game? Steph, Clay, Draymond got a good offensive foul drawn on James Harden. Everybody did what they were supposed to do when the time came. It don't matter what you do in the first half. It matters what you do when the game close. Steph had 0 points in the first half. Clay kept them in it. It was and Andre, I think, because he hit some threes. It was 57-57. Steph said, all right, it's time. And you know he's capable of that. So it's like you don't even let it get to that point, especially with KD out. It ain't more about the game, man. It's more about their mentality as a team. They're weak mentally.
They are.
That's the biggest indictment on this team. It's a weakness. And you know what it is? You know who to blame really? Is D'Antoni. Because his offensive system has never been able to produce winning basketball at the highest level. It's never done it. Because his style of play, it doesn't translate to this time. Like it's all hard shots. And it's like, yeah, you take hard shots when you got to. But if you ain't got to, why are you taking threes with a hand?
Exactly, my nigga. If you a fucking 6'8", nigga, why are you gonna step back on the 3-point line and take a three over Quinn Cook? Like, nigga, what the fuck?
Get to the hole, bro.
No, I got you. There was a lot of that playing, but that was throughout the series.
He nerfed them niggas, bro. Gerald Green used to be a nigga that could dunk on niggas. Now he sit there running around
3-point shooter now.
But the Rockets kind of are soft. I mean, you see by the way they play. They just don't play, at least not to the way we need them to.
They play in the NBA. It's flopping and fouls. And you're not going to do that. In the playoffs, the refs ain't finna call no fouls, bro. You saw in that last minute, everybody got knocked down. It don't matter. It's like, I'm not finna call shit. I'm not finna put this game on me. It's on y'all now. Especially in a big game like that. And
the Rockets didn't. The Rockets did not understand. They could not fathom for some reason what it was like to be the favorites. The worst when Vegas said the Rockets were favored by 8, that was like blew their fucking mind or something. Like them niggas could not operate. In that first half, these niggas was throwing the ball out of bounds. Niggas was missing fucking layups underneath the rim. Me and Nate, nigga James Harden went down the lane while they was up and bricked the layup without even hitting the rim. Like,
he didn't hit the rim, bro.
My nigga PJ Tucker, like you said, it ain't just about the points, it's the game. Nigga, they had a turnover, 3-on-1. PJ Tucker pulled the ball out and tried to set up the offense. Nigga, what? It's 3-on-1. Cook got y'all shook like that?
Hey, he can't dribble penetrate, bro. It ain't his game.
What?
Ain't nobody in that system.
To the nigga who can. Don't pull it out. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Just run into the nigga.
Ain't nobody in that
caught
game.
The pass and pulled the ball out. It was 3-on-1, Nate. I don't care if it was me, you, and Ian out there. My nigga, we going to the hole. Fuck it.
I'm going to the hole. Yeah, I'm going. I'm trying to hit a floater or something, bro.
That the Rockets just looked like, oh shit, nigga. They was acting like they was up 3-2.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Great point.
And I don't understand it. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm telling you, the Rockets played like shit. And they still had a 3-point lead at points in the game. It was points in the game where I was like, damn, the Warriors took the lead. I'm looking up, the Rockets still. I said, damn, the Rockets still in the lead. Like, these niggas.
It don't feel like it.
Bruh, they will look. You know how the Rockets always look to the ref for an excuse? There was no excuse. The ref ain't going to give you a benefit of the doubt when the damn Kingslayer is off the court. Like I'm saying, bro, Steph and Clay did what they supposed to do. Draymond didn't even score double-digit points.
Oh, no, not at all.
He didn't, and it ain't his game anyway. It's like I said, everybody on Golden State did what they were supposed to do at the right time. He got that offensive foul call. That's what he's there. He's a disruptor. He's an agitator. He hit the three, but he really does to like run the offense and do stuff like that. And I'll say this, Ian, when you were talking about who to blame, you can start at the very top. Daryl Morey, who's the GM of the team, He's very analytics based. He's all about the numbers, and he know that 3 is more than 2. You hit enough threes, you'll be the team who's taking 2s. It's just math. That goes out the window in the last minute of a game when you ain't threes and you're not willing to change your system. So he brought in D'Antoni because he know like what type of offense he runs, and he got James Harden and all the type of players. What happens when you ain't hitting your threes? You got to do something else. They don't take any mid-range shots, which is an easier shot. All they do is go to the hole or go to the free throw line or take threes. It ain't nothing else. And it's like at some point they're not gonna fall. Mm-hmm. But what they've done, and they rested on their laurels. James Harden's hit hard threes all game, and then he ain't. And then Steph hit hard threes. Clay hit hard threes. You know what happened? And they hit him at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's all about timing. The Rockets, by any other metric, had a great game until the last 5 fucking minutes when it counted because the game was not over by half. That's the problem, man. If the game was over by half, we wouldn't be having this discussion because then you can go throw up the threes you want if you want to. And if they go in, they go in. If they don't, they don't. But at least you up. And it's like, and that's your team. When the game close at half and you realize, oh, shit, we actually got a game and they ain't got their best player. We might need to do something different. They don't make changes. It's the same thing I said.
They did
with Nick Nurse.
Maybe their mindset was we won with KD using this system. Without KD, this should be a mop up.
They should have known that team was not the same with KD. It was going to be. It ain't good. It ain't better. It ain't worse. It's different. They do different things when he's.
It might be worse. It might be worse.
No. It ain't better. It ain't worse. It's different. They still got the win without him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a KD makes them more.
Yeah,
he makes
the game slow down.
1-on-1 slow down. I'm gonna take it off the dribble or get in the post. When he not there, is cutting, is move. It's like the old days. People be forgetting this team won a championship before he got there.
Yeah,
I will say this.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different team. I feel like in that team, like
it is.
It's a weaker. Hey, look, fuck it, bro. The Rockets blew it. They blew this shit.
Yes.
They blew this shit out the window. James Harden did what we thought they were gonna do. That he's been doing his whole career. And me and Nate said that, and I thought maybe he could change, but I believe 100%. You are what you are. Until you change and do something different, drastically different, you are what you are. And James is just a choker. He a choker. That's what it is.
Hey, Willie, all I was saying about the comparison was this. It ain't the same team at all. And they had a much better bench back then. They played much better defense. But all I was saying was this. When you take KD out the game, you put the ball back in Steph's hand, you don't have to respect him as a ball handler who can get to the rim and get to the foul line. You have to respect his 3, and now you got to watch because he can make the pass and he's willing to make the pass. You go back to a style of basketball that they used to do. I believe that the Rockets coming into this game was like, KD ain't there, we got it. And they thought they were going to play the same things. So maybe they thought Steph was just going to, take a bunch of step-back threes. He took a few on them. He made a few of them, especially in the second half. But what were they doing? It was a lot of movement. It was a lot of cutting. Sometimes Draymond got the ball, brought it down. And sometimes Iggy had the ball. And Clay was, he running off screens and stuff. The team was different. And
they should have been prepared. I 100% agree with you. They were different. They weren't better or worse. He is right about that. It was different. But damn it, you got to be prepared. Like, okay, after the first 2 cuts, you got to realize, look, they don't have – they had 2 shooters on that court. It was Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. My nigga, you shouldn't be closing out hard to fucking Kevin Looney for a 3.
Andre.
He's not shooting a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Andre Iguodala is a 3-point shot. That's nothing. These niggas would just – I will say this, Ian. I feel like any other team would have took advantage. The Rockets were discombobulated. I know Iggy not a great 3-point shooter, but you got to at least have somebody out there.
Put a hand up, shit.
Then these niggas was sitting there looking at that. I didn't get it, Nate. How the fuck you closing out the Kevin Looney and Jonas Jerebko, but you not closing out and sticking close to fucking Andre Iguodala?
It's like he in the NBA. He gonna hit some on.
And at one point, they took Clay and Steph out at the same time. And it was like these niggas still didn't know what the fuck to do. I mean, they took Clay and Draymond out. So now you only got one real shooter in the game. The other one is just if I'm wide open, I can make it type of shooter. I did not get it for the life of me. And Houston couldn't get no rebound. And Clint Capella was looking stupid. It was horrible. It was horrible.
What was Clay's final points for the game?
He had 27. He had the same amount of points this game as he had last game. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm saying. They did nothing different. Basically, Kevin Durant didn't play. Curry gave you Kevin Durant points. Clay gave you his points. Draymond gave you 8. But somehow or another, fucking Kevin Looney gave you 14, and some other nigga gave you 11, and you oh my goodness, I'm telling you this right now, motherfucking what's the nigga name? Iguodala made 4 or 5 threes out of like 7. I'm guaranteeing you, out of those 4 or 5 he made, 5 of them that he made, no one was near him. Now, if ain't nobody near you, you gonna make at least one of them, I hope. It was a shit show, Ian. It was like Houston did not know what to do. They was sitting out there trying to guard the 3-point line like Curry was finna do a pop and shoot with fucking Kevin Looney. He just did a screen. He took a step back. Kevin Looney kept going. He would toss it, dunk. All of Kevin Looney's points were 2 inches from the rim.
And free throws.
Exactly. And somehow D'Antoni did not have his team prepared for that. But like I said, like Nate said, it's everybody. It's everybody in that building fault.
Everybody. It's Daryl Morey's fault.
It's 33 points and a half. I think very few people can predict something like that. I mean, that's
what?
That's crazy.
No.
That's not crazy. If you saying Steph can, I said Steph can score 30. I basically told Anthony Arcane that Clay can score 60 without Steph scoring.
Yep.
And the Rockets could still win.
Yeah, but that's over the course of the game. If in one half he scores nothing, you don't assume that in the second half he's going to score a game's worth.
It don't matter, bro. See, this is how I look at the Warriors, Ian. KD averaged about 25, Curry averaged about 28, Clay averaged about 22. So them 3 combined giving you close to 90 points a game. All right? Without KD, you should be getting around 6. You should expect 60 points. Clay and Steph gave you how much, Nate? Around 60 points, right?
Yeah.
But what you can't let is fucking that nigga fucking Kevin Looney give you 14 and motherfucking whoever that other nigga is give you 11. On top of Andre Iguodala giving you 17.
Ian.
That happened.
Back in the day when it was just Steph's team and KD wasn't there yet, and they was going on the 7-3-9 run, they blow teams out. He wouldn't even play in the fourth quarter. He'd have his 30-some points by 3. So he can go off in the half for 30 points.
No. I don't believe. I mean, I don't. What I'm trying to say, I don't think. I'm not saying it's unbelievable because he did it. What I'm saying is, you don't expect like we a championship team. I'm James Harden. You know, KD.
They're not a championship team.
He had scored once in the first half.
Ian,
off tonight. He might go off and get 20 in the final quarter.
They haven't won anything. They should expect everything.
I feel you. I just think they might just came in. They thought they were gonna coast. That's what they thought.
Oh,
that's probably what they thought. Especially after that first half, they probably was like, "It's a little
to break it up."
Ian, in that first half, Golden State made 10 threes. Klay Thompson made like 7 of them.
Ain't no coasting.
At some point, you got to say, look, if Klay score 50, he score 50.
But everybody else,
Iguodala ain't finna score 20. Damn, Kevin Looney, who been averaging 2 points a game, ain't finna score fucking 14. Damn, Sean Livingston, who been playing 5 minutes a game, ain't finna score 11. Like, come on, nigga.
Sean Livingston was literally about to be out the league, and then he did this game, and now they're like, okay, we might play one more year. And he was ass the whole year.
Hey.
He waited till this game, the game that mattered, and that's the difference.
The heart of the champion, boy. The heart of the champion.
Everybody can do that shit during the regular season and the playoff games. You won't do it in game 6 in the last 5 minutes. Yeah. They don't do that. That's what it is, bro. And you gotta it's like this. It starts from the top, and I keep saying this because it's a culture built on like we're not gonna change no matter all the mounds and mounds of evidence to say we should. Maybe threes don't work all the time. And Houston got to go back home, but they ain't got to go too far because they in that bitch. But they got to go home and look at themselves in the mirror and be like, damn, what's the
damn. That's all they can say.
What's the difference between us and Golden State? Maybe Golden State realized that you can get 2 points and win, not just 3. Huh?
Exactly.
Maybe I need to do that shit. You know what, y'all? We're gonna start doing some mid-range shots. Everybody come in.
We're gonna start doing backdoor cuts.
Cause I ain't seen them take one backdoor cut this whole damn playoff run.
They haven't, bro. They haven't. They running the same offense they've been running for the last 3 years.
They drew a few fouls this game. They did completely inept. They did something.
Bro. They're completely inept.
They are.
What you mean? Let's not.
And do you realize last year they lost to the Warriors after having a 13-point lead in the third quarter? Them niggas missed 32 threes in a row.
And they missed 32 threes last year.
In a row.
Change something?
In a row, nigga. In a row. Them niggas ain't make a 3 in like 2 games. Them niggas was ass from the fourth quarter of game 6 to the whole game 7. Them niggas ain't make one fucking 3. And James Harden was like, what, Nate? 0 for 20 or some shit like that? Hey, Nate, I'm mad. Did them niggas score 4 points in game 6 in the third quarter?
I'm gonna make a shirt that says 32 threes in a row. Not a one.
My nigga Ian, they scored 4 points in the third quarter. Like game 6. They got outscored 25-4.
Ian, I go pull up them stats from last.
Nate, how the fuck you up? They up 3-2 in the series, Ian. They was up by 15 in the third quarter and ended up losing by 40. How, nigga? How?
And I go pull up the stats from last year's Western Conference Finals, Game 6 and 7. You're going to see that about 80,000 threes missed in that bitch. And they missed every fucking thing.
I'm finna pull it up. My nigga, Nate, how you up by 15 and lose by 40?
You think at some... Hey, Ian, you think at some point after you miss 20, you be like, maybe I should stop. Them motherfuckers kept going.
They did. They said, we need more.
And they said, I'm not... And they'll talk about it. I think they'll be like, we're not going to get away from our game plan. Bitch, you missed 33s.
Bruh, listen to this, y'all. They scored 9 points in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors scored 31. They were up by 15 going into the third quarter, and they lost by fucking 39.
And then what about Game 7, Willie?
Huh?
What about Game 7?
I am. Oh, I gotta pull these stats up for y'all, my nigga.
I'm looking at the
I gotta pull these stats
Game
up.
Game 6 is pretty bad, though, last year.
It is.
Game 6
it's
is pretty
fucking
bad.
rough.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
And they took the whole, if CP3 was here. Okay.
No, nigga.
Y'all team just reliant as fuck on the least efficient shot in all of basketball, especially the NBA, because it's what? And Willie, how far the 3-point line out in the NBA?
Like 22 feet or something like that, 21 feet.
You take them more than anybody else and expect to win the championship. When the refs ain't finna call no fouls on you, especially if they hit your hand, you just gonna get hit, nigga, because they ain't call because they not finna put that game on them. But you taking the most threes and expecting to make them bitches. But then I don't know how we lost. Well, you don't do shit else but miss threes, so that's how the fuck you lost, man.
All right, I think we.
Hey, all I'm saying is, bro, they let the Warriors shoot 68% from the fucking field that game.
Okay.
So you take threes and don't play no defense, but you supposed to win with CP3 though. That nigga didn't do nothing for y'all. Y'all lost worse than y'all did last year.
Exactly.
They didn't get.
He was trash until this game.
All right. So we didn't beat a dead horse. So let's move on.
No. I'm finna pull this stat up. It is game 7. Game 7. Game fucking 7, nigga. Game 7.
It was a bit closer in game 7. It wasn't a blowout.
The Rockets. Here it is, Nate. You want to hear it, Nate? This is what me and Nate talking about, Ian.
Yep.
The Rockets shot 59% from the field, right? Good. Right?
Yep, that's good.
These niggas went 7 for 44 for 3.
That's less than 25%. Am I right?
Nigga, that's 16%.
Yep.
That's why they lost the game, Ian.
And it took almost 53s that game.
The Warriors actually shot better than the Warriors from the field. The Warriors just shot 41% from 3. They went 16 to 39. These niggas went 7 for 44.
Ian, that 20 is 3. Do you think
according to those stats, I mean, the owner of the Rockets is right. You hit more threes, you do win the game. Technically, that's what did happen.
Yep, and in 2 years he won shit. So yeah, he right.
Yeah, he right. He won a chip.
He won a chip. He hit all them threes and they won. Yep, he right as fuck.
Yeah, nigga, he right.
If you hit more threes, you win. But what happened if you hit 16% of your threes? You probably lose. I think.
I mean, yeah, you didn't hit as many threes.
Yep.
Technically, that's how it works.
It don't matter.
That owner is not wrong.
The hitting as many threes count good, but when you shoot, when half your shots are threes and you making 7 of them, that ain't good, my G.
You're not winning if most of your shots are threes and you shoot 7 of 44. You're not winning no basketball game. You're not beating us. You can take us 3 out there. You hit 7. Hit 7. We beating your ass because we're gonna have more possessions than you. That's
exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's the one thing Daryl Morey got wrong. It ain't just about you hitting threes. It's when you make them, and it's how it overall affects your overall percentage.
Yep. If you shoot 7 of 44 and you get 36 offensive rebounds, okay, cool. You have more shots. If you shoot 7 for 44 and they getting all the rebounds, they got hella more possessions. And I'm telling you what, they ain't finna shoot all them damn threes.
Hell no.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if they're gonna break them up. I doubt it because Chris Paul got the worst contract in the sport right now. He getting $40 next year, so I don't think they're gonna break it up, and I don't think nobody gonna take that contract because he getting old too. But we got to talk about old Jamie James.
Yeah, he done.
Jamie James. I think he'll be a Hall of Famer just off the numbers alone. He was an MVP, so you know all that good stuff. But man, I might. You know what? And I thought about this, and it was hard for me. I think Russ gonna come back a better player next year, but I ain't gonna put no money on. I wouldn't bet it because I just don't know. He said he gonna shoot better. I'm scared, but I'll say this: him and Russ in that same conversation. I love Russ and I like James. I don't know if you can win with him, bro, or at least not your best player.
Hell no, you can't.
You can't because they both have too many holes in their game. Russ makes too many bad decisions. Well, really, Russ ain't got no holes. He just make bad decisions
I mean, you saw the way Paul was playing.
Paul was injured, and also he did good in that last game. You got to get him the ball that last second. You can't go up and take that whack ass layup. I'll be ready to cry watching Russ. But you know why? Because it's like
maybe talking about Russ like he got personal investment. Like, yeah, that's my son up there, bro. He playing like that. I ain't teaching him.
Hey, put these niggas down.
I'll be defending you, and I shouldn't because it ain't nothing to defend.
You ain't a smart basketball player. Is that what you're saying?
You said what?
You said he ain't a smart basketball player. He great. He got that primal talent, but he just ain't harnessing it with his smart shit.
No, he's and he said yeah. Everybody talk about my shooting. I'm gonna come back a better shooter, nigga. I hope because y'all might have went farther this year if you could shoot better. Or Jamaica, you ain't gotta shoot good. Just know when to shoot and when not. Jamaica, it's like with James Harden. Like you don't have to take a step back 3 when a 7-footer in your face. Even if you make it a lot. You might not make it in the game 6 when you need it, dumb nigga.
Stupid ass.
We didn't beat these folks enough. What's these matchups coming up? What y'all looking forward to?
Man. Hey, look, man. Fuck the Rockets, man. James Harden, dumbass.
Yo, Houston finna be knocking at your door. Will keep playing? They
better be knocking at somebody a damn coach though.
Yo, they hot right now. They be like, look, bro, you say something about.
Bro, they can't even be mad, nigga. They had somebody told them, look, bro, the game is yours. It's like if somebody told you, Ian, we got you a whole house. All you gotta do is unlock the front door, and nigga, you walking around in circles, acting like you ain't never seen the front door before.
I don't know if it was that easy. I don't know if it was that.
Bro.
It was pretty easy. They had Jonas Jerebko out there. My nigga, that's pretty easy. My nigga Andrew Bogut started the season playing in another country. All right? And they had his ragtag ass out
and
there.
they called his ass just because DeMarcus went down there and said, hey, you come play some games for us? And he did. And he didn't play. He just there. And then they put him in. And, bro, Ian, it's like this, bro. It's like, what you supposed to do, man? It's like Chris Paul played well. James Harden had a good little night, I guess. PJ Tucker was hitting his shots. I think Aaron Gordon the only one that really didn't do well. But and also, why not play Kenneth Faried? Or why not play it's people on the bench who just sitting there. It's like Kenneth Faried been
Kenneth Faried would have been good for this matchup because you know what I'm saying, there is no KD.
Yeah, he would have been
great. Match up good with Draymond. He didn't play no House Jr. He didn't play none of that.
I got him trying to move on. We done talked about this enough.
No.
No.
This is now officially the past. What's coming? That's what I'm worried about.
Man, what's coming is them niggas finna run it back.
Hey, them niggas finna win the fourth one. So be ready for that one.
You think so?
Nah, hey, look. Hey, I ain't gonna say that. I got hope in Milwaukee, bro. Milwaukee got home field advantage. I got hope. Hell, Toronto got home field advantage too. I got hope.
Yeah. Because I don't think Golden State has ever not had home court. At least, I think they didn't have it last year against Houston. But but every other series they've had it, and that's gonna be interesting in the finals to see.
And they ain't never played Milwaukee before.
And they never played Milwaukee, and I think Milwaukee got them 2 in the regular season, like 2-1. And I think Toronto did too. And one of them games, Kawhi didn't play, and they still won. So
yeah,
whoever come out, it'll be good. But man, I ain't betting against them boys. I saw Tim Legler talking on ESPN. He was like, I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. They just showed you never bet against. Oh, like, man, nigga, you right. I ain't never bet against them. You ain't gonna never hear me pick against them. I don't care.
I gotta see a team beat them 4 times before I say anything.
Yeah, I ain't finna get. Yeah, man.
But what about when KD leave next season? Y'all gonna start betting against them?
I ain't doing it then, cause they still gonna be good if they get some. I love people be like, well, KD gonna leave, then they gonna be trash. Like, they're gonna get some more pieces, right? Cause his money ain't gonna be there no more. You gonna go get somebody else.
Yeah, of course.
The only thing that happen is if somebody say they'll pay Clay $200 million, and the Warriors say we can't match that.
Yeah, and then you got a problem.
Then you got a problem.
But is Clay chasing money though? I mean, he got.
Oh yeah, he is now. You gotta pay that nigga.
Oh yeah,
they gotta have that nigga $200 million waiting at the door right now.
He wants worth $200 million though.
It don't matter,
nigga. What? Nigga,
it don't matter.
See this game?
I don't know if he's worth it, but it doesn't matter.
Is he worth 20?
Hey, like Nate said, he kept for the bin. I agree with Nate. I don't know if he's worth it, but you better pay his ass.
You better pay his ass. Yeah. You know why that's important?
I see what he doing, getting paid what he getting paid now. So I don't think if you put $200 million, I think he'll still do what he doing.
Yep. And you know why that's important? Because it's like, it ain't enough for Golden State to be like, well, man, I don't know if he'll give you that much, but because like, I'm gonna go get this from somewhere else, and then he play playoffs and he go off for 11 threes. You're like, damn, should have gained that money. So yeah, you better pay that motherfucker.
Yeah, cause Bron gonna say, "Oh, I want him. I'll pay you $200 million. I give you all I got."
Bron will love Clay. He'll kick it out every time.
Oh yeah, he'll love that.
So Ian, I don't know if he's worth $200 million because but give it to him. Shit.
Give it to him. Yeah.
Pay
the big boy. Pay the big guy. Pay him.
So y'all saying Golden State gonna take it? That's what you feeling?
I'm saying I ain't never picking against them again.
Hey, I'm picking off my emotions right now. I will say this. I think if there's any team, I will say this. The 2 teams they could possibly play are not scared of them. One, Portland, I don't think is scared of them just because I don't think Dame Lillard come in there with that host shit. He don't ever come in there and be like on that host shit that Houston like, oh wow, we waited the whole season to play fucking Golden State. Remember when fucking Clint Capella was like, oh, we really want to play Houston. I mean, we really want to play Golden State.
Oh yeah,
like you can't say that dumb shit, nigga, when they've been whopping your ass the last 5 years. Like, don't say that stupid shit, nigga. I don't care if he's foreign or not. Like, the whole talk has been about Houston wanting to play Golden State. And when they finally got their ass to see them niggas, they got their ass thrashed.
And, bro, how you ain't even get to a game 7, exactly. Bro?
They didn't even go to a game 7. Niggas lost their home last year, lost their home this year. Thank you, next. But, all right, so I feel like Portland not going to have no fear. because of who their leaders are. I feel like they got a better leadership. I feel like they leaders are better than fucking Houston leaders. I feel like McCollum and Lillard mesh better, and they just play the game better than fucking James and Chris, because they be on some hoe shit at times. Chris Paul be trying to flop and jump into niggas, and James be shoving niggas and then be complaining why it's an offensive foul. Dame and CJ ain't from that ilk, but you know Paul and fucking Chris Paul and damn Harden are.
If we talk in the East, then y'all said?
Hold on. And Denver, I think Denver good because I think Denver's so young, they just don't know. It's just gonna be like, you know, we ain't ever been here. We don't know them niggas. They got the power of youth, and youth can make you not afraid, and you can just make you just play free because you don't really know what the fuck going on anyway. You know what I'm saying?
To quote the great Steph, to quote the great Jeff Van Gundy, numbers mean nothing in a loss. I'm just gonna say that.
So in the East, though, you said Toronto would be a good matchup for the Bucks, right?
Yeah, because Kawhi can take Giannis 1-on-1.
And what? And Philly, no, yeah.
I think no, hold on. I think Kawhi the best defender left in the playoffs. I saw it ain't that, but he giving up about 5 inches, and he did it with Jonathan Isaac. But Jonathan Isaac ain't nowhere near Giannis.
I'll say this though, Nate.
I think you put Siakam.
He won't let Giannis get to his spot. Meaning he'll say, "Look, Giannis, if you can make a 15-footer, and that's how you gonna beat us, then we just gonna be some beat 15-foot ass niggas. But you gonna have to show me that shit." Kawhi plays smart. Kawhi not gonna give you what you best at. Like when he guards Jimmy, he closed the space down because he know he bigger than Jimmy. If he can pass him, he'll beat his shit. For damn, when he played, what's that nigga name? Ben Simmons. He like, look, nigga, you just gonna have to pull up and drop it on my face but you ain't getting to the hole, nigga.
You gonna have to
ain't getting to the hole.
Yeah. And you know what it is? It's like I think they'll put Pascal on Giannis and then play Kawhi off the help. And if Giannis ain't looking, Kawhi gonna get that bitch every time.
Yeah.
And Siakam tall, and I don't think nobody else on their starting five Siakam would have to worry with, because I think Mark will get Brook, and I think they'll put Kawhi on Chris Middleton, and then he just ain't gonna make none. Because if he ain't shooting threes, he ain't really there.
Exactly.
So you just gonna take him and complete.
And defensively, and the Bucks can't put Giannis on Kawhi defensively because he's gonna make him work too hard on defense.
Yeah, and it's like if you, I think when Kawhi on Ben Simmons, he just not there. Like he just out the game, unless he like a putback or something. So it's like he just make you just not do nothing. And I don't think they put him on Giannis because like he want to have some energy for the other side. Now the other side of the ball, if Giannis ain't on Kawhi, I don't know nobody over there that's gonna stop him. It's like Chris Middleton gonna stop Kawhi. He gonna get in foul trouble.
Hell yeah. Look, when I said Kawhi pulled that bitch up on Ben Simmons and on fucking Joel Embiid, I said ain't no nigga in this planet that can guard that nigga 1-on-1. Because he gonna get to his spots. And one thing Kawhi has, he might be 6'7", but damn, that nigga got some long ass arms and some big ass hands.
Oh, he got huge hands, and that's how he's so good at steals. He ripped that bitch out somebody's hand.
Yeah, and if he getting that paint, you ain't just slapping that bitch out of his hands.
Oh no!
And I pray Milwaukee don't try to put Malcolm Brogdon on him, or it's gonna be a.
It's over.
Ooh.
All right. So I think that Toronto got a great chance against Milwaukee. If they can neutralize all the threes, then I think they got a chance. Now, if they just start pulling, and it don't matter if you got a hand in your mouth. It ain't nothing to do with that there. So
let me ask y'all this: of all the teams, the 6 teams, I believe, 6 teams still in play, who you think would be the most entertaining matchup in the finals? Not who would win, who would best, but who would you most want to see play each
other? Most want to play from entertainment, probably Philly Golden State.
Really? Okay.
I don't think they get there, and I don't think Philly out of any of the East teams has the best chance. But from entertainment, because Joel just gonna be acting a damn fool, and he gonna say something on.
That'll give ESPN what they want.
Oh yeah, because ESPN love Joel. Oh, they love Joel Embiid. Oh my goodness, it's sickening, but they love that boy.
Boy, Mark Jackson
and he's sick.
said that nigga could be the greatest center ever. And then he came out there and did what he did in game 5. I said, blasphemy. I said, shame. Shame.
Yeah. So, but a more realistic finals that could probably be as entertaining, Milwaukee and Golden State. Yeah. Or if you just want to throw a monkey wrench in the shit, put Portland up against somebody, and it could be it being different gonna make it entertaining. I know a lot of people are gonna watch it. Like if Houston put out Golden State, I think the numbers would drop tremendously because people want to see Golden State win or lose, and it's just like. With Houston, a lot of people don't like James Harden because he be flopping and shit. A lot of people don't like CP3 because he be fouling and he kind of a dirty player. And people don't like that whole flopping and all that type of shit, that game stuff. And people love Golden State and they polarize it. So it's like, I want to see them lose, I want to see them win and all that kind of stuff. And now with KD hurt, everybody want to see what happened with that. So it's just like, I think the ratings would be terrible if it's like Denver against Toronto. But for people like me, and Willie, who like actually like basketball, like we ain't gonna mind that because we actually like the shit.
Exactly. But for the immediate future though, Ian, I think the best as far as conference finals, I think the most exciting conference final will be Portland versus Golden State. Just because that's gonna be a whole lot of offense. People love shooting, that'll be a whole lot of shooting. Mm-hmm. And I think Milwaukee versus I think the what ESPN want is Milwaukee and Philly, 100%. But I do think Milwaukee and Toronto will be a better series.
Okay, I got you. I think that's a good note to end on, though.
Hey man, he's trash. We ain't letting up.
Pika.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm trying to go see that this weekend.
This weekend, baby, Detective Pika. Man, come on, y'all right.
Come.
I'm going. I think I might go watch it in Pearl.
I'm probably going tomorrow. Man, hell yeah, boy. Charizard on screen on the big screen. Right.
Mew. Hey.
They got a black Ash? Come on.
I did see that. I did see that It 2 trailer. That was crazy.
That shit looks scary. I ain't gonna lie.
That shit looks scary. The first movie looked funny. The second one looks scary as fuck.
I'm trying to see it with Jazz, but she ain't want to. I don't know. I can't watch it.
I will say this. Have you seen the first one?
Yeah, I seen the first one. Was good.
The first one kind of funny. Like those kids make it funny. It's not really just scary.
I mean, that's some moments in that thing though.
It's some moments, but it's not nothing that's just like. But now did you see the trailer for the second one?
Yeah, I saw it with the old lady and everything.
That looks creepy. Like when the nigga was in the fucking carnival taking the mask, that shit looked wild.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
and the director said the first one was not meant to be just really scary. It was meant to have some funny elements and have some relief, and not supposed to be that bad. He did say the chapter 2 is going to be a whole different beast. He said that shit. He said I'm trying to make that shit scary as hell. It ain't gonna be high funny for the second.
I mean, at this point, I'll watch anything with Bill Hader in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I love old Hader, man.
I mean, he really the one right now.
Y'all gotta watch What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm gonna get on it soon.
That shit is the funniest shit that I done seen since Atlanta. That shit is hilarious. These niggas is funny, boy.
Yeah, that movie hilarious, so I bet the show is too. So.
I'm about to watch the movie tonight. I'm gonna watch the movie. Is the movie really funny?
Have you not seen the movie? The movie is hilarious.
It's hilarious?
It's amazing. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
Yeah, check it out. All right, I think that's a good note to end on and everything. So that was good.
When next we coming for the ECS, right? And the WCS.
Yeah.
Y'all wanna do one Sunday? Y'all wanna do a quick turnaround Sunday?
We got them 2 Game 7s.
I mean, if y'all free, we can do one Sunday. I just figured y'all was busy or whatever. But yeah, we can do one Sunday.
Do it Sunday.
All right, we'll do Sunday.
We'll do
it a happy Sunday. I hope it's a happy Sunday. I want to be happy when I
want to be happy. I don't want Philly to win because I hate them niggas. And I don't really care on the other side. I think
you how the rest of the world feel, honestly.
I fucking hate Joel Embiid hurt ass. I think he got salmonella, some shit over there in Africa. But look,
You don't like people that people like. You hated Steph when everybody loves Steph too. So you just kind of on that way. Huh?
But I love him now.
Yeah, because he might be the best player in the world. He ain't that guy.
Who?
He ain't the unanimous MVP no more. He ain't got it no more.
Steph, I don't know. Back then I ain't like him. I ain't like none of them. But now like,
back then when people was like, I think Steph, we ain't never seen nothing like Steph.
I ain't gonna lie. I was always impartial to James Harden. I'm slick starting to hate that nigga.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate James. I didn't even start. I hate that nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like
y'all really wildin', man. I don't think he deserves all that. He don't deserve it.
This has been the best chance to beat the Warriors of any team ever. Even that year LeBron beat them niggas, that was not the best chance to beat the Warriors. That was a miracle.
Yes, it was a freaking miracle. Like, it ain't even got no bench right now, and they literally go 5 deep, and they go after that. It's a detriment to the team.
And they were talking about how the Warriors starting 5 play the most minutes of anybody in the playoffs,
and they still lost.
Hey, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, you know, get out, take that boot off their neck a little bit. But
I'm starting to be impartial to Westbrook. I'm just starting to not.
This is a sad day. That was your man for the longest, man.
It's only because it's like
he can't get past the first round.
It's like when I start agreeing with Kyle heard about something, I'm like, damn, bro, like, cause he's fucking an idiot. So it was like,
used to love that show. Come on now.
At first I did. You hear enough of that nigga, you be like, oh, you don't watch basketball. He said he got the league pass. That nigga don't watch shit. Cause he'll come on there and say that. When he said that shit about Kawhi, I literally was like, yeah, you don't watch the games, so I don't need to hear you talk anymore.
That's how I feel about folks when they talk movies. I'm like, oh, this your job, but you don't watch movies. That's how I be.
That nigga brought 5 niggas on his show to get one of them 5 to say Kawhi ass.
And none of them agree with him.
Great, and he like a top 2 player. He was like, I guess you're right.
Willie, that is such a good point. Ian, he had everybody on that show was like, I just don't see it. What about you? And they were like, oh, Kawhi, great. I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I disagree with that shit. He was like, okay. Ian, 5 niggas that whole day. He got a 3-hour show. Every person that came on there, he tried to talk about Kawhi, and they were like, nah, I don't know what you talking about. He just be talking, bro.
That's how most of them do, though. They just be talking.
But some of it's in truth. It's like, okay, Skip Bayless don't like Kawhi since he left San Antonio. It's all like, I get it. You just heard, and you just saying dumb shit.
Yeah, you biased.
Like, you ain't even saying dumb shit. You think you're right.